The deep sea is full of mysteries. However, there's one place in particular that hides the most chilling stories of all. It's the Black Sea, a vast water body that connects the coasts of Europe and Western Asia and has been the protagonist of the strangest and most fascinating events since the time of the Greeks. This immense sea has seen all kinds of battles, explorers, and adventurers. But some of the most popular incidents are hidden in its depths, and many of them are still being talked about to this day. Do you dare to discover them? Then join us in a journey to its dark waters and get ready to dive into its secrets. Number 5. The Monster of the Black Sea. The Black Sea is really ancient, and throughout its history, all kinds of cultures have sailed its waters. Unfortunately, some have paid a high price for doing so. One of the most important legends relates it to a mysterious monster that stalked sailors. It was a creature that emerged from the depths to devour everything in its path. As early as the 5th century BC, the historian Herodotus described it as an enormous beast with huge teeth, a crest on its head, red eyes, and a disproportionate body that ended in a huge tail. Centuries later, different Turkish merchant ships traveling between Istanbul, Crimea, and the Sea of Azov left reports of being chased by an indescribable and aggressive creature. Something similar was recorded in the 19th century near Crimea, so Nicholas I decided to send an expedition to investigate the case. Are these just coincidences? Sailors could swear they aren't. No one has managed to capture the unknown creature that inhabits these dark waters, but one thing is certain, all sorts of possibilities are lurking in the depths of the Black Sea. Number 4. The Humanoids. Another mysterious creature that has been seen in the depths of the Black Sea was first mentioned in a report published by Paul Stonehill under the title Humanoids in Soviet Waters. This article recounts the log of the submarine Borovikov, which was in the Anapa region. It was a typical workday and the crew hadn't reported any major problems, but suddenly everything changed. The heat radar detected the presence of some moving objects heading towards them. When the crew tried to distinguish what they were petrified. They slowly spotted 3 humanoid beings approaching from the darkness. The creatures had milky skin, bulging eyes, and strange bodies ending in fishtails. None of them could believe it, but everything became even more chilling when the creatures hovered around the submarine and began to make strange gestures to the crew. The amorphous eyes of those beings seemed to convey hatred and rage at the same time before moving away again into the bowels of the Black Sea. Number 3. The Mysteries Beneath the Black Sea. Many people wonder what lies beneath the unknown depths of the seas and oceans. This concern has caused a high level of interest in researchers, and what they have found beneath the Black Sea is totally unexpected. The investigators date back to World War I and to a report that records an ancient system of subway tunnels winding under the sea and connecting Romania to Turkey. This discovery was apparently one of the biggest secrets of the Romanian communist government because they were able to carry out surprise attacks and acquire supplies through it without anyone noticing. Naturally, this prompted different garrisons of soldiers to keep a permanent watch on it. However, sometime later, in 1980, a few of these troops were sent to carry out an operation inside, but on their way through the tunnels, they made a mistake at a crossroads and entered an unknown passageway that revealed deeper paths and whose perfectionist design left them speechless. It is impossible for these paths to have been produced by nature, as their design demonstrates an extensive knowledge of engineering and architecture. But who were the creators of that work? How is it possible that it existed long before mankind had the technology to do so? No one has been able to answer these questions, but one thing is certain: the tunnel system is one of the greatest mysteries of the Black Sea. Number 2. Whirlpool of Death. Natural phenomena are truly unpredictable and strange. However, in the Black Sea, they seem to have a life of their own. Such is the case of what happens on Snake Island, an ancient death trap for sailors that has been associated with multiple disappearances and accidents as early as the 13th century. The phenomena is first mentioned in Turkish and Russian archives of the Middle Ages, which include the reports of a series of errant whirlpools that appeared almost by will on several locations and churned on the surface to devour the nearest vessels. The Turks call this phenomena the Whirlpool of Death, while the Russians nickname it the White Whirlpool. Both agree on the same thing. Rather than just being an anomaly of nature, this powerful whirlpool had the ability to hunt its victims, almost as if it had possessed a malevolent will. Throughout history, many merchant ships, oil workers, and researchers have been devoured by its force and submerged to the depths of the Black Sea. Even today, there's still no explanation for this phenomena, but one thing is certain: the Whirlpool of Death is indomitable and has claimed the lives of hundreds of people. Number 1. The Origin of Atlantis. One of the most controversial mysteries related to the Black Sea revolves around being pinpointed as the possible location where Atlantis is buried. This ancient civilization dates back to at least 2,000 years and is shrouded in multiple myths and legends. Back then, Plato himself described it as a powerful maritime civilization whose great kings were descendants of Poseidon and achieved enormous conquests until they confronted the city of Athens. Then, a mighty cataclysm sank their cities, palaces, and culture forever in a day and a night. Such a cataclysm left many researchers intrigued, but after a long time, in 1966, two marine geologists from Columbia University, Dr. William Ryan and Dr. Walter Pittman, made what is known as the Black Sea Flood Hypothesis. They managed to compile different data that demonstrate not only an increase in the water level during a particular year of ancient times, but also what looks like a continuous flood that had place for a period of 300 days and transformed the fresh water of the Black Sea into something totally different. This theory has been supported by several researchers, but perhaps what has shed the most light on this subject are the findings of underwater archaeologist Robert Ballard, best known for being the one who located the wreck of the Titanic in 1985. Ballard led a mission of robotic submersibles that explored the depths of the Black Sea, specifically off the coast of Turkey, and discovered the remains of an ancient submerged coastline 400 feet below the surface. They also detected debris from dwellings and temple pillars, remnants of buildings, and even what has been determined to be precarious farms. Were these remains of Atlantis? Researchers don't seem to agree. However, the finding of these archaeological ruins along with the rising water level in the Black Sea at one point in time are enough clues to build an accurate picture of what happened in the past. Did the biblical flood of Noah occur in the Black Sea? Does it hide the mythical Atlantis in its depths? So far, no one has been able to fully answer these enigmas. But if you have enjoyed the mysteries hidden in the Black Sea and would like to know more about sea monsters or mysteries that occurred in submarines, check out these videos we're sharing with you.